I think we're ready. I think we're on, hopefully. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect. Just gonna hopefully get this restream chat up so we can get this party started. All right. Sound a little tired because I had a little rough day. Tests and exams beating me down a bit, so I am in a very tired, very, very just mood. But yeah, I'm here. I'm here, right now. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just go to the live stream bit. There we are. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. And here we are here. Make sure everything is A-OK. We're good. We're good. Alright. There we are. Okay. Let's see. Everything's okay. Alright. Hello.
Hello, Dukect. How's it going?
Just fine. About to start this game up. Alright, let's see. Okay, just get the thing here so we can get this thing started. Alright. Okay, normal. And before we do anything else, let's get the whole favorite skin thing. Okay. Yep, I think we got it. Let's see if we do. Yes. So let's see. Let's try animated Batman and see how that is and how that works. Because I'm about to play as a Catwoman, and there is actually a very interesting type of little interesting thing you're gonna see here after that. After you see the loading and everything else. All right. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Yeah, so this is like my first time talking to you in VC.
Oh wow. Hopefully, I won't be too embarrassing and such. So,
Yeah,
all right. So you know. Okay, and there it is. Catwoman is in her animated,
yeah,
the animated attire and such. Again, I am. If you hear, I'm just a little bit out of it. I'm just, again,
yeah.
tired of like everything today. All the crazy stuff. So I'm gonna be just fine. Because again, I play games tired, and I still found out. Heck, it could be a little more fun.
Yeah.
Just to see how how loopy and everything else is. So, um, okay. So yeah, we're gonna be doing. Nope. Oh no, I'm not going to do anything on this. So let me just get out. Nope. 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 And there we are. So how you doing, man?
Yeah, like I said, I'm doing good. Yeah, when it comes to watching YouTube videos, uh, with me, you go quite a ways back, like a few years ago, to be honest. That's how long I've been following you. And I've always been impressed with your views on stuff like pro wrestling topics and just gaming topics in general.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And you actually write interesting articles. You talk about like the gaming industry is probably headed for a crash, which I honestly think it is. The
Yeah.
one thing I don't mind. I don't think it's the remakes that are killing gaming. I think it's the. I honestly think that it's just the, you know, everything else around it. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's not just the remakes, which
Yeah.
I think
I
it's.
yeah, how I worded that, it was like I'm not trying to like pinpoint like one certain thing as to saying, oh, that's going to be the result of a industry crash. what I was like uh, referring to is that that's basically an inconvenience. All the remakes and all that.
Mm, inconvenience, yes, but I think that again, if it's, the audience is there and people are happy about it, that's what I say.
Yeah.
But you know, the one thing I look at these remakes and such, and gaming and such, is that I think it's you know, the way it is. It's just a bit lazy. In fact, all I ask is if you do a remake, you do it right. You do it. You
Right.
make sure it's actually capable and competent. I mean, heck, you look at what the remakes of you see Crash Bandicoot and recently Spyro.
Right.
Those things right. Then you look at
Yeah.
say with the Silent Hill HD remake, which is done so poorly, it makes you wonder what the hell they did in the first place.
Yeah. What was going on there?
So
Yeah. There. I agree with that. I mean, there's a right way to do something and a wrong way.
hmm. And man, you know, a good yeah. This is not jarring at all. Seeing any animated stuff, which by the way, you know, what would kill. You know, what I would like to see. You know, an open world game based in the Batman animated universe. That would actually be really good, but you know, I doubt that's gonna be made the next Rocksteady game. I heard rumors it's gonna be Superman, but then it wasn't gonna be Superman game, and now they're saying it's games for service, which is just yeah, we're just gonna fill this game up with so many microtransactions. It's going to, you know, basically make the game unplayable unless you have like a whole like a wallet. Like you're gonna unless the game would just pretty much suck your money into the wallet. So
Yeah. Microtransactions. I'm really not a fan of that.
yeah, I honestly don't mind it. It's if it's used, if it's not really a reason to hurt you in the game and such. If
Yeah.
it's just going to just be like okay, fine, okay.
You can't outrun nature, Selena.
But yeah, it's basically there's a right way to do something and a wrong way, and I've been seeing more examples of companies doing it the wrong way, but that's just how I view it.
Mm. Well, honestly, to me, it just really has been surprising for the past couple of weeks to see what's going on with these two big game, franchises of, recently Fallout and Battlefield. I mean, these are really major franchises, and they've been knocked down in price.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if this is not a sign of a gaming crash is going to happen
I just want to talk. That's it.
and such, it looks like it might happen. I think it is going to.
Yeah.
And I'm not really going to be upset about this because
Yeah.
I'm like, it's something that this industry needs. Something that
I think definitely in the case of some companies that, in my opinion, just don't get it, I definitely think they need to press the reset button in how they go about their business
Look, Red, I
when it
just
comes
need
to
your
like
help.
promoting games and releasing games that are not quite finished, or just something that's just filled with bugs.
That's what I said. The next gen of gaming is just basically patches and patches and more patches, and that's the reason. Me personally, that I don't play much. I don't, have next gen games and stuff. And if I do go to next gen, it will probably be when the game is like out, like for 6. I have to treat games like consoles now for the most part. Like I used to treat. I still do it when a new console comes out. I wait about 6 and 7 months and such to get all the bugs out. In this case is now games. I'm like, I'll just wait for the gaming edition and such.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with you. Nice of you to say, but you
Yes, Mark Hamill, one of the best Jokers. He
Yeah,
actually
Mark.
it is still I'm not saying he should be the only thing the main for because he's great and as like a really good villain for Batman, but I'm getting tired of you probably heard me rant about this
Yeah.
and such, and if you're new here you're gonna hear some more ranting. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the comments. Oh, that's the oh dear, it's the thing here. The restream. Sorry about that. But yeah, it does have a bit of a glitchy thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll work. Let's see. You know, it will eventually work itself out. But yeah, I really think that someone like Ra's al Ghul is more of a personal villain for Batman. He's in this game, and it just seems like they just sidetracked him for Joker, which is just so. That's one of the main faults of the game. In fact, most of the main faults of the Arkham series is that they focus so much on Joker,
and they don't do enough to build up the other villains.
Yeah, in fact, they could have just moved on from Joker.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Did they try to do that though with Batman Arkham Knight?
Yeah, but in the end, the Joker is just basically your little buddy and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the bugs in that game didn't help either.
Where is the cure?
Oh yes, this is not clashes at all. But yeah, yeah, it is upset. Yeah, it is the incomplete state, but that's what it's. That's what it is nowadays. So basically, recent games in incomplete state, that is next gen gaming.
Alfred, Joker's poisoned me. He may have poisoned Gotham too. Mr. Freeze has the only cure.
What are you waiting for then?
And this, and you know why I don't like the Arkham Knight is because Joker poisoned him. You get cured, and somehow he's still poisoned. I'm like, oh, how does that work?
Logic.
Yeah, but doesn't make any sense. Just again, they wanted to make a, I felt like they just wanted to make a story, and before really, doing anything with it, and that's a shame. And oh, by the way, just use this trick. And there's Azrael.
Yeah.
Someone who I honestly would be more interested in playing or doing more than just say, than just doing what they did in Arkham Knight. Absolutely nothing.
Are you the one the prophecy spoke of?
Because they built this thing up.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and I just like to make this comment about the Batman the Animated Series. Oh man, I love that cartoon back in the day.
Oh yeah, it is. One of the reasons why I watch the I still have like DC Universes. Actually, I have that as watching that, watching most of that stuff. It's really it's fun. Really is a good little service. I watch all the old stuff on HD, by the way.
Yeah,
and I love the fact they actually gave villains, other small time villains, actually make them much more important to build themselves up.
Right. It's funny, considering what we both like with video game characters, and you could like compare this to, in a way, to like a wrestling company. How they try to build superstars up.
Yeah, that's what it is. How to not just that, but you can look in any other ways to do so. Look at other places. How to build someone up, how you make an ace, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You make sure these guys and gals, villains, heroes, make sure who is the most important thing there. And when I look at this, I'm like, I'm just sad how the whole DC movie universe has turned out, though. I know probably I'm the only one. I think Batman v Superman, I think it's a really good movie. I think there's some he got shot. Oh dear. But yeah, I think they forced too many movies in once, and I think they rushed it. That's the problem. Is that they rushed the whole damn thing. I think you could do a movie called Batman v Superman, but I think if they would have had, personally, I wish they could have just screw it and just do a world's finest movie, and just do that. I think the best solution of that would have been, hey, you know what? Let's do Man of Steel. Man of Steel, then
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, Man Steel 2, Wonder Woman, and then do World's Finest. Have them actually take down a villain. Heck, I think they should have taken down Metallo or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, I don't want to kill off Superman yet. Just like, something bigger is on its way. Build up
Right.
something for the Justice League. Maybe on I think Dragon Slayer said once it was going to be like Starro or something. But I would have been like, Starro's a little too, like would have been a little too much of the Avengers. But
Yeah.
I think maybe you could have just done something like something not Darkseid yet, but something that will come and bring people together, but yet not as a way to do something as the heroic stuff. You could do it, but something more like that you could really build and say, wow, this is like a real good story to bring these gods, these huge, larger than lives heroes together. That could be something here. Show a little bit of each hero's. See maybe a little bit of Batman's detective work or Superman's like strength and smarts and that sort of thing. And
Yeah.
you build one. Each one of their there. Build themselves up.
Is that what I think it is, Master Bruce?
I don't know. Again, I don't know who will be a main villain for the Justice League for their first going, but I don't think it should be Steppenwolf. I don't think it should be that. I think that Steppenwolf should be right next to Darkseid if we want to do that, but I don't want to go back to Starro, even though that is pretty much their first major villain. I would say I don't want to blow my load of the whole Injustice League or whatever, but I would like to have someone like a major villain that like builds like the Amazo robot or something, a couple of Amazo robots or something to,
Yeah.
Something like that, simple, easy,
Right.
and that sort of thing.
And I also think you can throw in someone like a Lex Luthor, for example.
Oh yeah, that's what I build him up again, but they can still do some.
Speak.
You can still do big crossover stuff. I mean, they are doing stuff like the Elseworld stuff in the TV thing. Maybe they can build up a way, which I said this, and talked to some people about this, is that why not they try to do it in a, let me just think about, in a mini-series and such. And they already have their own streaming service. Yeah, I mean,
sounds
they
like
could.
it.
I mean, heck, they have Titans, which I do enjoy, even though the dark aspects hold it back a bit. Like I said in my reviews, you go and watch them after this live stream, by the way, is that it's just like the best stuff is the characters. The characters there when they sit and talk to each other.
Yeah.
When they do that, I think they do it perfect. I'm like,
The interactions, how
Yes.
they drive the story and push it forward.
yep. Of course, it says. In fact, I believe that's the only time. The only time I saw Zaz in a was I think Batman Begins. I believe that was the only time we saw a live action Zaz. But I don't think you could do a whole movie with him.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's more. He's a.
Because Zaz is not the main villain material.
He's more of a psychological. If you do a Batman animated like a TV show, I think he could be a good like 1 or 2 episode.
For a couple episodes, yeah.
Yeah, the start, the aftermath, and everything else.
Right.
You can build up there. But yeah, I think someone like a Zaz, not a main villain. But yeah, I do wish they could do a Batman live action, which I think they really want to do one.
I think they will at some point.
I think it's
so.
yeah. I think they are too. Ooh, I'm just making this thing a lot harder than it should be. But yeah, again, a little bit of challenge, and I think we're almost there. close there. And but yeah, I think you know, one of the people in chat said, you know, the only thing he watched was, like, I believe Batman and Superman. You know, Batman v Superman. Well, like, watch Man of Steel and Wonder Woman. I think those are really good movies, and I think Aquaman's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know. It's funny how people are like, you know, it didn't really matter about how Aquaman's like, you know, his whole race and everything. It's interesting. No one's talked much about it.
Yeah.
In fact, the people who do I talked about it, they said, yeah, this fits much more for him being a white dude. It's like, wait, wow. I mean, it's interesting, and I think that does fit too, because, you know, someone from Born in the Two Worlds, it just doesn't, like, it rings hollow, and it's like, okay, he's just this dude, looks like the, you know, he looks like basically you know, the Aquaman, like, he's basically water Superman. He shouldn't look like that. He should be more gruff, a little more edgy, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and now he's just like, he mixed, you know, the mixed birth feel like, yeah, he does, you know, he does, oh, I just lost the signal, crap, hate when that happens. But yeah, it's when you look at what he has, you know, it's like, man, I think he when you do the look at it, the character, I think he really does, it fits him perfectly.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm gonna say this: the one thing I loved about Justice League was him. It wasn't the Flash, because he annoyed the hell out of me. He annoyed me. Maybe the movie will help out.
Yeah, Flash can be pretty annoying.
Yeah, but it's not really, you know, probably the script too. I don't really get. I think it's script, and I just think Josh Whedon did some really screwed up things, because I just, you know, just me. It's too snarky to me.
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes it's not really the character, but really what the character is given in dialogue for the script.
All right, and there's the Riddler challenge. Oh, joy, the Riddler stuff.
Now that's a good Batman villain.
Oh yes, this guy is actually, you know, very interesting and engaging, and I think you could make a movie out of him, even though Batman Forever, you know, I think Jim Carrey did a pretty decent role with him, even though he played more of a trickster / Joker role.
Yeah.
But yeah, Riddler. It's interesting that in the comics, that once upon a time that he turned to he actually turned good. He actually became legitimate, you know, that sort of thing. And I'm like, yeah, I wish they could do something like that, in the, you know, something like that in the movies or in the TV shows or something like that. Eventually, have Riddler actually have a nice little growth from being a super villain to actually being good. I think the reason why he did is because he actually, I think it was maybe because of the Hush, I believe. I think after Hush, he actually went into the Lazarus Pit to cure him of cancer, I believe. And then he just said, quote, he didn't really find out everything. He was just bitter and everything. Again, I need to read the book again. Because, man, that really is the, you know, he was just so, you know, in that role, that he was so manipulative that it was him the entire time. It built himself up, and like that, at the end of the day, I really wish that they could have done something more with him.
Yeah. I mean, villains like him, you know, methodical, you know, calculated, you know, there's obviously something there when you develop a Batman story. And, you know, all the unique, you know, puzzles that you can fit into a single story arc, it can potentially be amazing.
Oh, there's this, and a level up. Let's see what we're going to do. Yada yada yada. Let's see, Rain Tech. Okay, whatever. There it is. Let's see what else here. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's just go with Combat Down Volume 4. All right, and then we're good. We're good.
One of my favorite parts about the whole Batman lore is the detective work.
And sadly, no one in the movies don't really have that. And yeah, the Disney service is going to be how much stuff there. It's going to be fun to go through. But yeah, it's going to. Yeah, you know what? The one thing I don't like about this Riddler stuff is that, you know, if you knock them out accidentally, which is just. You can't do that in Arkham Origins. You know what I love about Origins is that you can't knock them out. They just like, oh, they just go like, hey, I give up. You know, that sort of thing. And I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, oh, that was so much better. And you just have to. Yeah, you just like. You don't have to be so worried about, you know, the interrogations.
I know you work for Riddler. Please, don't hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what you want to know.
Remember, Batman doesn't kill. He just does this. Gives people concussions. Which will eventually kill them. Slowly but surely. There it is. Okay, let me just
Yeah,
some of these Riddlers are trophies are just, you know, I just had to look for all these, like, let's see. Nope, it's not this. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, you just like look for 5 hours and then it's like right there in front of you.
Yeah, I am so glad that I could be able to talk about other video game stuff with people.
Oh, no problem, man.
Because I kid you not, I get caught up in a lot of stuff regarding one certain gaming franchise, and that would be Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic, the most interesting anthropomorphic character.
Yep.
I look at him and I'm like, you know, I think that Sonic has had a very, I don't think he had just rotten luck for mostly. I don't think he actually, you know, a way to actually move, you know, connect to, goodness gracious. That's what I hate. You know, this stuff gives you everything, all this stuff to do.
Oh, yeah.
It just, it will drive you mad.
Yep.
But that's why, you know, it is something, you know, it is fun to play, but it can get a little bit too. Okay, where's the phone? There it is.
There it is.
All right. Okay.
Yes, cryogenic gamer. Fox is caught up in Sonic stuff.
Yeah, no. But yeah, let's see. Sonic is, well, oh, okay. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. The next game, which is gonna come, so I don't know what's gonna be the next big game for him.
Well, last year, they did do something right with Sonic Mania.
Yeah, Sonic Force. And then Sonic Forces came out, and everyone just really
that
got
was
mad.
like yeah. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I bounce back and forth between like different kinds of media. Like, I find myself comparing, and you know, you might laugh at this, but I find myself comparing Sonic characters to either Batman characters or, you know, stuff that you see in WWE. You know,
no problem. I mean, I can see, you know, you see the outlandish characters, and, you know, I'm not that deep into Sonic lore.
Right.
But I'm like, you know, I'm not going to go and chastise someone who is on that stuff. But, you know, just make sure you don't go too deep in those waters, because you can get lost in them. But, yeah, Sonic has had a very long and interesting history. Heck, I love playing Sonic, man. In fact, I was thinking about doing the stream on that, but I think, you know, me just, you know, it wouldn't be too long. It'd be like, okay, I do Sonic, I do all this type of stuff. It would just be me doing that, the same levels of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and all that stuff. I'm like, it would be a little bit, you know, redundant. Now, I may do that eventually in the future, next year, but
And they have Mania Plus now, which includes Mighty and Ray. So
yeah, I got actually that's when I got Media first was when I got Mighty Array. Oh, I got that. And I got that nice art book, which is really nice, and showed that the character. It just shows me that some of these big franchises, sometimes they need to outsource some of these things. It might actually, they should, because again, sometimes, they might, not all the time, but sometimes they might. Those are sharp edges. And that's not going to kill him at all, people. But yeah, it's just that you just give them an opportunity. Yeah. Before we do anything else, okay, let me go up here. Okay. All right, and there's interrogate.
But yeah, like I said, I do often find myself comparing Sonic characters to stuff that I would typically see in WWE when it comes to character development or lack thereof, if you will.
Sadly, Sonic characters have more character development with them at this point, because again, heck, I'm doing this while Monday Night Raw is on, because honestly, I just cannot watch the show anymore. It's become so just so dry and so you ever heard of a dude called Brian Alvarez?
Yes, I do.
Yes, he just said there was one thing I remember he made this nice statement, and it was actually before I left on vacation actually, and he's like, yes, he talked about like how the hero characters are just so there's no hero. They're just everyone's there to get heat for the villains. I'm like, fine, you want to get heat for the villains, but eventually the hero is gonna have to save the day. Yeah. And honestly, WWE used to be this way. It used to have heroes come in to save the day. I think people they got reflective of that with John Cena going, and being over and doing all this type of stuff. But yeah, and now Roman Reigns. But yeah, they did a little bit different. They made him look so weak and pathetic sometimes, and I'm like, they're trying to have it both ways.
And you can't have it both ways.
No, and the thing is, WWE can make good characters and baby faces and heroes and villains. They can, and they can. And once upon a time they did, but it's just like Vince is stuck in these old ways.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what I was trying to get at, because sometimes I do compare Sega to WWE when it comes to storytelling. It's like you brought up John Cena. I compare characters like Sonic to a John Cena, always there in the main event, and never really looking past him.
Well, at least I don't have to be 100% accurate. That's nice. But yeah, it's the thing about with wrestling and such is it is simple, but I think they're complicated, and that's the one thing I honestly don't like about with WWE is that they overcomplicate. They try to do everything. They try to make it as trying to bring. They try to bring in everybody, but at the end of the day, they bring in no one. They just don't. They don't really.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's it's often a problem I see with the WWE programming is that once they don't have a John Cena or a Roman Reigns, they don't really know who else to turn to.
You always need to have pillars,
Right.
That's what I believe is
and not
pillars.
just one guy.
He's taken the guards from the church hostage.
As I recall, he's been incarcerated since you led the police to his location from Arkham
God, that was a great troll moment. Batman probably just like he was just like, wait, no, bam. Just,
Yeah.
I was like,
I saw that.
Map references with
oh man.
I'll let you know how I get on.
Let's see. Do I get the? All right. Did I get the riddle? Did I get the riddle? Oh, come on. What? It's right here. There it is. These riddlers, man. These riddler trophies and these can be a little.
September, April, June, November.
You know, you could get an.
Step 31.
You know, I think there's actually an achievement
Which week? 28.
of actually setting the dates of every like major holiday.
Oh yeah, Calendar Man.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know. I can't really sit there and do all that type of stuff. It'd be just,
Yeah.
I could do it, but just, be. I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to really do it for this playthrough. Because again, I don't know if I'm gonna try to get all the Riddler stuff and do all the stuff. I'll try to get every storyline I can possibly do.
Right.
Because again, I have a lot of stuff I have planned. I have these exams I have to do. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, I have to do my the podcast that I am doing so well in, over 65,000 downloads, and not only that, I have to do the the last reviewer standing. I am going to hopefully get one episode out soon, and then after that, the Slammiversary, which I'm almost finished writing. And then after I finish writing that, I am going to start up Bound for Glory, and then after that is I'm gonna try to do I think a Miz Christmas movie. I think with Paige in it, and yeah. I actually was gonna plan to do it last year, but yeah, I had other plans and such. I just couldn't get it done. So I sat back. I'm going to hopefully do that. Then MagFest, and hopefully I'm going to probably do Marine 6 if things go according to plan. But if things don't, I will try to do like if I can't get the thing done this year and such. If I get like if I only get Bound for Glory and Slammiversary this year, I'll just do it later when I come back from vacation. Because I got everything else worked out on it. I just need to film it and just, edit and everything else. Since, I'll be like, hey, it's late. It's a little bit, heck, it's the day after Christmas. You can watch this thing, right? It's still in the Christmas mood, right? Early January is still Christmas, so I think I can get away with that.
Yep, it's appropriate.
And also, yeah, I don't think the Riddler. By the way, the funny thing is, I don't think Riddler is insane. He's just impulsive and he's very narcissistic. The narcissistic personality disorder. That's
and kind of obsessed.
Obsession, and he is obsessed with being right. He is obsessed of being
a Mr. Know-It-All, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with the Riddler, is that he can't humble himself. Hey, Dragon Slayer, what is up, man? Hopefully you can join us in voice chat. Let's see if we can. I don't know.
Yeah,
oh, by the way, the question of me, DC Marvel. I am for actually both. I am a person who likes good in it. I like DC and Marvel. Good comic book adaptations. I like good stuff. I like good stuff, regardless of. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. Ooh. I need to press something else. I must be forgetting something. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Yeah, this is interesting.
But yeah, again, I like Marvel, DC stuff. In fact, I believe the the first movie I've seen I ever saw was, I believe, I think the first superhero movie I saw was Superman, in the 1978
Oh, the Christopher
version.
Reeve one?
Yes, and yep. Yeah, and I watched over. Heck, I watched the original Captain America movie. So, yeah. Yeah.
That's what he told me to tell you.
Mhm.
I don't know what it means, but he said he'd kill the others if I didn't tell you exactly what he said.
Oh, by the way,
Just tell me what
guys,
he wants.
for those of you watching the stream right now, I forgot to introduce myself by name. My username is FoxCordova17.
All right, and hopefully, let's see, 925, and there it is. And
Too soon, Dark Knight. The missing ingredient to finding hostages is secrets, and you don't have enough.
And by the way, I have brought a few of my friends over to this stream to check out what we're doing.
all right, so hopefully, this is actually pretty good and having fun. By the way, if you want to see my beautiful face, see Streamlabs right there. So I need, $800 so I can actually finally get maybe a brand new maybe a PS, one of those next gen consoles and such, where I had to download like, I don't know, like a whole terabyte to play a new game. Because at this point, if you actually do want, I'm gonna just say this to people who do want to get a new console. I will say this: you better have another memory source. You better have another another memory source.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you will.
That'd be a good idea.
You will have to, because again, these games and the downloads, it's just, I honestly am just like, what in the world? Why are they putting in these discs then? Why are you selling me a disc where I had to download it? It's the same thing when I was playing Sky. I think what was it? Gosh, Battle for Atlas. And I'm like, I had to download. I bought the physical copy.
Yeah.
That's where the game should be. It's not. It's not rocket science. Oh.
Yeah, so shout out to my friends watching right now, Alex McGee Gameplay, Cryogenic Gamer, and Rotolus 2.
Don't hurt me. I'll tell you everything. There was never any doubt in my mind.
And he just knocks him out. I would say that a hero, but that's pretty much Batman in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's how Batman rolls.
Let's see. Well, it's I do wish they actually did more of a Brave and the Bold-esque Batman. Maybe they're gonna do that in the prequel and such, with the one that DC the movies are making. And I'm hopeful that they are gonna do something about the whole detective work, because man, if you look at all the Batman films, it is depressing that there's little to no detective work at all. And I'm like, man.
And I think that should be one of the main staples to Batman's character.
He's a noir detective with a bat suit.
Yeah.
Oh, Cryogenic. They screwed up the physical release of Spiral too. Why, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Well, it's always it is something. It's not. I'm not. Again, it's the people that don't respect the They really don't respect physical releases. They want digital. So they want games as as Jim Sterling would say, games as a service. And I'm like, you don't even know what that is. You don't even know, if you don't know how to do things when they have, here's a crazy idea. Why about, if you treat the games as a service, well, what about, I don't know, make sure the game actually works and actually do these type of things? But that's just my person.
A prime example recently would be Fallout 76. Oh boy, I've heard so many stories about that already.
And that physical stuff too. I mean, canvas bag to a nylon bag. Jeez Louise. What is
Yep.
wrong with people? You know, what is, you know, they can't even do this thing right.
Game development companies. Yep.
It's too small, too big. What is it now? Ah, and that's Maxi Zeus. I don't think they're gonna actually put him in a. They're not gonna put him there. Yeah, I don't think you can put Maxi Zeus into a movie. I think unless you're gonna try and make him into like a, you know, someone not he's like, oh, he's okay. Like he could be just be, oh well, you know, like a criminal ass owner that just loses his mind slowly but surely, like an animated series.
Right.
But yeah, they were a tragedy. Maybe as more of a noir film. Heck, that could be actually a pretty good way. You know, if you really want to go with the noir push,
Yeah.
why not just say, hey, drip it down, have like,
Freeze must be using one of the old forensic labs.
you know,
Got to get in there.
have that type of, oh, he's, right, and here we are, done a Riddler stuff here. Look, you see where the madness began.
Yeah.
There's that's Arkham Island sold. Who exactly? I would love to see that type of money and such. But then again, it was bought off by Tiger.
Yeah.
And there's the.
Guess we could find out after we kill them all.
Alrighty. Make sure we go up here. One thing I do love is the stealth and seeing how it is. Just
Definitely.
effortlessly.
I love stealth elements in games.
I'm more of a guy who comes in and just takes things out, but I appreciate good stealth if it's used correctly.
Right.
Like something like in a Metal Gear Solid, or say, something like this, or maybe a Splinter Cell once in a while. Stuff like that.
An example I would use would be Sly Cooper. The Sly Cooper games.
Oh, that was a really good, like the first, like if you really wanted to do some really good spy stuff when you're a little kid or something, that's like really good introductory stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna give them like say a kid thief like the Thief the Dark Project and say, hey, have fun, but no. Oh crap. They saw me. Oh dear. But hey.
Hey, wrestling move right there.
No. And there it is. So I'm okay. I'm good. See? There it is. Exactly. Turn something a negative into the positive. And then a camera I can destroy.
We've lost a camera in Sector 3.
Oh no. Well.
My flesh is begging you to fail, Batman. Will you? Ring, ring.
Well.
So yeah, like I said earlier in this stream, I go way back with you as far as watching your YouTube content. I mean, I remember as far back as that one time you actually addressed that one issue with that guy. I think he was named a Knothole resident.
Oh, that's so long
boy.
ago, and I went into a bit. I was like, "Yo, man, this is."
Yeah.
And I just went back in those days. I still had those videos up way back in the, way back, stuff. Oh, I got a nice little thing there. I need to find out what it is. I am just so distracted, like trying to get this thing here. I'll find out what I got. Oh, I got a follow. Thank you. And a zombie thing came out because hey, why not? Because hey.
Yeah.
Follow me. That's all you do. But yeah, it's I've been doing this for a long while. First, I did just video vlogs, wrestling and stuff like that. Then I did pay-per-view reviews.
Yep.
After that, I put video with it, and such. Then I started, posting my stuff on Blip TV.
Yeah.
Doing all the stuff over the defunct That Guy with Glasses S channel, Awesome Forums, which, that mess started. And then before that, I met some really cool people. And then after all, that's insanity.
Yeah.
No, don't tell me I gotta go.
Yeah, a Knothole resident, aka Richard Kuda. Oh, that was nuts. That time period. Then again,
Yes, made it.
then again, there's never really a dull moment in the Sonic fan base.
In Sonic fan base, YouTube, in any place in general, there's always that little bit of drama that people go in for just everyone, and that's 5-10 minutes and such. Everyone goes crazy and gets self-righteous, and after that, after a week or two, you go and calm down. And then next show, you're the villain 1 week, you're the hero next, and you sit back and hopefully don't say something too stupid that people don't forgive you. That's pretty much YouTube in a nutshell.
I see it so often with YouTube personalities that really cover Sonic content. I'm not going to name any names, but obviously they're called Sonic Tubers for a reason. And
you know, the only one I actually like, such as I actually met multiple times on MacFest, is Some Call Me Johnny. He's the only one I think he has his head on straight. You know, because maybe he's like, okay, I got my stuff, you know, together and everything else.
Yeah.
Hopefully I have that same type of mindset, but you know.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, sometimes it's just like, man, some people just don't know how to handle fame and other stuff. And honestly.
And people just don't know when to chill when they really should.
Oh, yes. Oh, no. Let's see.
Boom. Lay the smack down on it.
No, I don't want to lay the smack on this guy. He's a regular dude. That's 1, 2, 3, knocked down. And there we are.
And I'm just playing around.
Okay, now, let's see. And there we are. Oh, he's now up. Oh, that is not good for your fist, Bats. All right.
Thank you.
And that's, you know, you not only give the other dude concussion, but you also gave yourself one. Or maybe he has, like, protective stuff in his helmet. Probably. No, he's not.
Yeah.
Whee.
I guess an issue with YouTube personalities in general, especially in the gaming scene, is that I guess they lock on too much to like a certain franchise. I mean, the case with some of them, and they lock on too much to a certain franchise, and then they forget, you know, what they're even talking about in videos.
Oh yeah. The one thing I just look at, I always try to keep myself level-headed and not do something so stupid and such. I mean, you gotta know, pick your battles and everything. Sometimes you're on the head, sometimes you lose. But at the end of the day, if you treat yourself, say, hey, you know what, you gotta take the win, and also, you know, sometimes you gotta take the L's, and hopefully you take it with with some dignity and all that good stuff, and try to move on. You know, try not to.
Yeah. Don't agonize over things, you know.
Oh yeah, they're talking about Spiral. It was originally, they delayed it because of like all the stuff issues, and then they had to download. But you know what? I'm not even upset at that, because again, that's what gaming is nowadays. Getting upset with that is like getting upset of the rain, getting upset at the weather at this point. So it's there. But yeah, I've been doing all this stuff. Met some cool people along the way. I mean, shout out to Parkour Kid, Roddy C, Kiba Such Cat Studios, and other YouTubers and stuff. You heard of dude Mud to MMO. You gotta check him, even though he doesn't do videos and such. Made some really good content, a couple years ago, and he still holds up. The videos still hold up, and I'm like, man. And I really wish a guy with Tiger, his like patience, his type of like temperament, never really got, big on YouTube, and it's a shame because they never did, and it's just it's sad, because I think a guy like him really needed like the love, people like someone like him really did some, just like he really brought like I really wish he did get that. Because I think that audience would have been really appreciative. But he never really did, and it's a shame. But That's life sometimes.
Yep.
But yeah, and they're still knocked out. Oh wait, they're all gone. All right, we'll just take this remote electrical charge and slippity slip.
Yeah, really. As far as watching YouTube videos goes.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm just a simple guy, really. So whenever I watch videos like your recaps of the Dukect Lounge, I can just sit back and chill. You know.
That's what I do try to make it more of a try to make that and have a little fun to doing it and everything, and it seems to be working. But it's actually pretty it can be a little bit daunting sometimes trying to find out some good content and talking about things. Cause heck, sometimes I'm like, oh crap, it's a live show. I can't find something to talk about, and it is like, man, it could be daunting, and even better, the tech might not work, and you're stuck doing all this other insanity. And you're like,
I definitely feel you, because it gets that way for me sometimes too. Whenever I'm handling things for projects. Such as, for example, I'm currently running a Sonic fan game project with a team of mine, and there's like so much work that goes into game development, as you all know.
I know, and it can slip up, and some people are like, oh, it's easy. Nope, it's not that easy. There's always some type of hurdles, be it like technology, be it stuff that is like beyond your control. So you have to.
We can't find it. It's not here.
And sometimes, in my case, it's just a matter of scheduling team meetings on like Discord, and setting everything up. What are our goals for the short term and then long term. All these bits and pieces of a puzzle.
Yeah. Let's see what's up.
Yeah, I guess I could say I'm a student of game development. I've always wanted to partake in a decent sized game project, and I suppose now I can say I have.
That's pretty good. That's good, man.
Yep. And like I said, it's a Sonic fan game project. I happen to be the project head of a Sonic fan game called Miles Per Hour.
Oh, cool.
Yep. And obviously, judging by the title, you could tell who's the main character in that game.
Ah, yes, Big Cat.
No. Wrong answer. I'm just kidding.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I love that go, but he's like 2 steps away, just slipped up. Oh, why he's right there the whole time. And here we are, one by one. Just one by one. Right next to him.
Yep.
There we are.
So,
boom.
So that's what I've been mainly busy doing with my time lately.
Oh yes, plug in the 250 bonus edition of Day 1 DLC. Oh gosh. Speaking of that type of stuff and DLCs and everything else, what's interesting is when I YouTuber and such is you ever heard of a Racic? I think
I'm not sure.
Oh, he does these long video essays about games and such, and man, they're really good. I'll link you to after I finish this stuff. He is actually going to be doing. He already did the Mass Effect trilogy. He's now doing Andromeda, and he's looking at every nook, cranny, and everything that is.
Yeah. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's slowly driving him insane. So I am just watching it on his Twitter.
There
So
were
just
complications.
uh.
He's got his hands on Freeze and trapped me in the GCP.
And honestly, I think I replied to one of it. It said this on my Twitter machine. You know, take a shot. Oh, that's from my old days when it's in the radio, by the way, which is just still there, somewhere on the internet. But yeah, he actually, he's just like he just hates Frostbite engine. And they're talking about the Frostbite engine. They said that, you know, and I honestly say this: the only good use for the Frostbite engine is first-person shooters and racing games. And someone said, "Oh, what Richard games use Frostbite?" Unnamed. Needs to be the 2015 game. Needs to be Payback. Needs to be Rivals, and needs to be The Run. Those games look pretty well done for Frostbite, and I think first-person shooters do great for Frostbite. But for what Mass Effect needed, it did not need something like. And I'm looking. And I play. Let's see if it is this sec. Okay, but you know the game. Let's see. What it wasn't Skylanders. It was. Let's see. Battle for Atlas. Let's see. It was. Was it Starlink? Yes, Starlink Battle for Atlas. That was. You know, they had real interesting creators and all that good stuff too. They didn't need to do like only 7 planets, I believe, 70 planets, but they have various stuff they had to do. And I'm like, hey, this is actually pretty fun. And it was nice, fun little. Oh dear, that's not gonna be away for a while. But yeah, it's but yeah. But yeah, but yeah, it's. I'm like, yeah, this could be something really good. Something that is, you don't need to have all the gaming, all this stuff there. But when I look at Mass Effect and I just see that type of, it just frustrates me because there's so much potential there.
Yeah.
And when you look at the potential, and it's just like. All right.
Yay. Another teammate of mine showed up.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hopefully everything is well.
That's my concept artist, Katsunochiya 4525.
Yeah, that's nice. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, the Blockbuster Buster is doing a couple reviews, which I need to check out. I haven't watched his content in a while, and he's actually pretty good. You need to watch him. I think one of the most interesting things about all the stuff he's doing is that they never gave him much love over at Channel Awesome. They just sat there and did nothing with him. And then the dude talented and such. I think he had some really good stuff and everything else. Oh, hello Zaxer. Let's see. He says, "Can you shout out my friend?" His name is Ice Shallow. Oh, Ice Shallow come. Hiyo. But yeah, he's talking about Blockbuster talking about Transformers, the last one. Man, I plan to actually do a whole marathon talking about the Transformers movies. I wanted to do one because it just seems like the first one's fine, the second one's terrible, the third one's decent, the fourth one is all right, and then the fifth one seems like they just went to Crazy Town, and everyone just. I like the fact that it was like everybody went crazy.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I'm like, wow. I like they actually said the Transformers have been coming to Earth for centuries and then into slave times. I'm like, American slavery. I'm like, wait. So to make sure they actually really are really evil, just say, you know what, the Decepticons, they are like slave owners. How about that? Make them into slave owners at this point. And there he goes. And there we are. Right in the gut. Knocks him out. Knocks some sense into him.
But yeah, basically, when I watch gaming stream videos like yours or the Dukect Lounge, for me, it's a good escape from what I usually engage in with YouTube content. You know, I watch a lot of Sonic stuff, and honestly, sometimes I get like, oh boy, I got to take a break from this. So you know, but yeah, like I said, along with the team of aspiring game devs, I am running a project called Mom's Power, and we also have our own Twitter page. I could link you to that page.
Oh, go ahead. Put the link down there. Let's see. God dang it. Where it says it's supposed to be a Riddler thing here. Let's see. I think it's... see if it's... alright, maybe it's the other side here. There it is. Doing some, you know, knocking you out. That's all I'm doing.
Mama said knock you out.
And there we are. Boom.
There we go. Just sent you the link via DM.
Alright, thank you. I will take a look at it and I will share this right there. Definitely I will shout this out, and you know, so don't worry about that. Definitely I will be shouting that out and follow and all that good stuff.
It's all good.
A horror. Well, Dragon Slayer says something interesting. The Transformers IP like a horror invasion, which that's an interesting way to go to take it. But
good old Michael Bay.
I don't think it was going to what's the word? Work. I think there is something to the whole frightening type of stuff with Transformers. I didn't mind the look, but you know, I can see why some people were angry at it. Me personally, I was like very ambivalent towards the Transformers. I didn't, you know, I was like, as long as it didn't touch Beast Wars, I'm good. You know?
Right.
And there we are.
Do you realize how many bones you've got left for me to break?
Oh God, please don't hurt me. I'll tell you what I know.
I didn't even thank him. He just said, "That's it. We're good."
Yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, it's I think that again, Transformers does work, and it looks like they're actually going to be doing that reboot, which I was worried when Aquaman was going to be like, wow, Aquaman's going to probably lose. And I looked at the tracking of it. Ooh.
Tracking.
Yeah, the box office tracking, it's not looking good.
Ooh.
It is at, last time I checked, it was looking around $20 million opening weekend.
Ooh.
And you know, it's on their fault. It's not, you know, it's like when Aquaman, from a franchise that is not going so well, from the DCEU, and it's actually getting pretty good buzz, but come on, it's Aquaman. No one really thinks like, you know, okay, you know, he has a higher profile than Ant-Man, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, you know, when Bumblebee and all this, I'm like, come on now. It looks actually pretty decent. It looks actually could be a reboot and such. They said it could look like it might be a reboot, but I'm like, you know, it could have been something. Just the word I'm looking for. There could have been so much more. There's so much more they could have done with the entire Transformers franchise. They had ideas and such, but I think they pretty much wasted them. They wasted them, and if they do reboot the entire thing, which it look like they're doing, I don't know what else you can do with this. I don't know what you can do with that franchise to try to save it.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to just say screw it and just do Beast Wars, which hey, I'm fine with that, but I don't think people.
Yeah. As a kid, I grew up with that. Beast
Me too.
Wars.
I loved Beast Wars when I was a kid. Loved it, but even though woo boy, you look at some of the stuff there, it is not aged well.
No, I mean, computer graphics technology, it is obviously advanced way past that.
Harlequin wants Mr. Freedom. It's Batman.
Yep, and trying to get all these Riddler trophies. Yeah, they all just hiding. They don't have to mess with. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm fine. I got like some
Yeah.
far. Da, 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 da. And I probably count bad ID because of that little thing there. I'm not joking, because sometimes I got content ID of like, you know, just like stuff from not just from the game, but like remix tracks of it. Like they like, you know, they will hit me with like some. I remember the Kingdom Hearts playthrough, and let's see,
And your video got taken down because of that?
No, it was like they just took my monetization of it away, and I'm like, it was like a really terrible rap freestyle that actually claimed it, and I'm like,
really?
Yeah, it was like I need to find it where it was, but yeah, it was like a really terrible rap freestyle that pretty much, oh dang it, that just took all the that chance to monetize and all that stuff. Oh, there we are. Yes, it's me. I'm getting a lot more trophies. Let's see how many trophies I have. Oh, let's see, wrong way. Let's see how many. Let's see, I have 42. Not bad. And let's see, that's just in Park Row. Yeah, I got some of these Riddler and stuff, and just steel mills. But thank goodness I don't have to do all the Riddler stuff to get every Riddler, stuff there. Like it stops, I believe, at 400. I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have to do every single mission, everything, but you pretty much do have to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And that's what I also like about gaming. As far as what types of games I like those that are mission-based, objectives.
Yeah, not the Minecrafts or the those type of stuff. Those things can get a little bit of the frustration.
I mean, if people are cool with those kinds of games.
Oh yeah, I can see. In fact, I can see the positive stuff about it. I mean, you are your own. Let's see if I can. Oh, missed it. But yeah, I need. Oh wait, do I have this shockwave thing? No, I don't. So I can't get this yet. But yeah, there is the positive look to those games. I mean, the creativity and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think there's a positive. Yeah, this. Nope. And there he is, and right in the ass. Okay, let me just go up here.
Nah, he ain't swinging for the fences.
Let's see, what else is there supposed to be? Oh, wow. Oh, there you are. Take this thing up. And also, the things I actually am happy that I did do these, going out and meeting these people. It's funny enough, going to like these conventions and such. I met like one of the most coolest dudes and coolest guys in the podcasting game. 3 Black Geeks. You ever heard of them? I think I've linked them once. They have every time I do a crossover with them, they actually their stuff raises up because we pick the funniest stuff to go after, and it is the most laugh-riot stuff out there. We do all that type of stuff. It's great stuff, man. And again, meeting people doing this type of stuff. Wait, let me just move here. Wait, see if I get this. No. Well, that's 3. And take this guy down. Ooh, right there. And interrogate. And oh! Oh, I love this one. I love this. I rarely get this, but I love the way it actually does. You see it hanging and such.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, and I think he has him like I wish they would have broke the glass, you know, or you know they could just you know, what's the one I'm looking for? Like they just you know, just he has that little wire he hangs up with, like, oh my god, and he just like, you know, didn't think he was gonna kill him, but he does.
Yeah.
And there it is. But yeah, I'm wondering if, you know, if Rocksteady says, you know what, we changed our mind, we're gonna do actually a, you know, video game that's not games of service or whatever. What type of like superhero today, you know, in the DC universe they could tackle? I would say Superman, but I think there's actually some. I think it's going to be a lot harder for him because, one, you have to do all the, you know, what will be his health bar, what type of stuff would you limit him to, that sort of stuff.
And there's always that thing of you don't want it resembling Superman 64 in any way.
Oh, I think they could do it like Superman, you know, the Returns, the video game. I think have the city as a life bar. I think there's something really good about that. I haven't played it yet, but I really want to. It didn't get much good for the critics, but I heard it was actually pretty decent overall. So I might check that out when I have time, because I am going to be probably maybe next year if I do have time. Heck, if I find it, you know, during MagFest or something, I'll probably do a nice little thing there. You know, probably buy it, because then again I got a lot of stuff to do. Not just like, you know, I still have a plan to finally get done the whole Ratchet and Clank trilogy for the PS3. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get all the side quest games because those are multiplayer and I don't have, you know, I don't want to have the time to get some people around to get, hey guys, we're going to go play with some Ratchet and Clank stuff. I'm like, no, man. Just, I got like too much stuff to do. So I'm not going to do that type of stuff. So I'm going to concentrate mostly on the single player stuff. And hopefully by that time I'll have enough funds to get a PS4. You know, if you know, if things do go according to plan, it looks like they are. Why are these guys talking so tough? Like, dude, Batman probably faced you and probably knocked your teeth down your throat. keep talking, and at the end of the day, you're still gonna be like, still be doing that same talk, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you are right when it comes to meeting people in events like conventions, because I've done that a few times myself. I have gone to conventions based in Columbus, Ohio, called GDEX, and that's basically a convention for indie game devs. So I've gotten to meet some interesting people there too.
Well, you know, I always like to respect the indie gamers, the indie game scene, because again, it's really building up that whole. I think Razorfist talked about this. YouTuber Razorfist, even though he's a bit controversial now these days, but I think he's right on the aspect of you know, the middle market just not being there for games. Because when's the last middle market developers there? There's no middle market like the middle class. It's always the low end or the high end. And that's pretty much.
There's no real balance.
No balance, and is the scary thing. Yeah.
Because you either have your AAA developers or you have your, you know, your startup shop, so to speak, indie game devs.
Oh yeah, that's the shame. And also, a lot more people are more familiar with Marvel, DC, because I think they basically made their characters more, you know, more connected with the people and such. And also, I like the fact that when DC announced they were trying to do a Blue Beetle movie, they're now doing. Marvel just said, "Screw it, we're going to have our own like Latino superhero." I'm like, wow, y'all couldn't. That's just sad. But then again, when Batman v Superman was, greenlit, Kevin Feige greenlit Civil War. So,
Right.
so yeah, it's. Let me save this person.
I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson now, aren't I? Do you think I like this, huh? Oh, who am I kidding?
Yeah, don't do that stuff. Ooh, right in the face. Yes, there you go. Lesson there. Never mess with see, he always tries to help the people in his own way, because Batman punishes the guilty. Yeah,
Yep.
That's mostly what his thing is.
Bringing people to justice.
Batman is, justice, and nope. Yeah, I mean yes, but I'm not going to. Oh, let me just go here. But yeah, but it's interesting. Batman and all this stuff and the superhero stuff. Do you watch any of these superhero TV shows? I stopped watching most of them. And those are the DC stuff. Only time I do watch is Legends of Tomorrow. I stopped watching The Flash because it just seems so. And it got too stupid. I mean, I don't mind corny. Just everyone acts stupid.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I hate characters when they act. They have to drag. Because I honestly blame. I blame the long. Like you have like 20 episodes. That's the problem. You have to set things up and do these stuff like that.
Yeah.
The best thing they can do is to.
I'll need to destroy all three.
I think the best way to really connect it and such is probably shorter episodes and such.
Yeah.
Some for the better. So.
Oh, speaking of superhero shows, did you watch Arrow?
Oh yeah, I watched Arrow when it first came out, and I watched it in like a couple episodes. I stopped watching when Felicity just took over the show, and I just didn't care for it.
Yeah,
I should look for more.
that was kind of like the case for me too, where I tried to get into it. I watched some episodes, and then after a while, I was like, I'm kind of burnt out on this.
Yeah, and it's. Yeah. It's, again, I always look at the, other stuff out there. I think there's, again, I looked at other stuff. I mean, there was Daredevil for Netflix, murked it. But yeah. What else? All the Netflix shows. I tried watching Jessica season 2, but I'm like, everyone's an asshole, and I don't care about really watching that stuff, man. It just gets too.
Yeah. Yeah. So to slightly shift gears a little bit. Back to pro wrestling.
No problem.
Yeah, obviously WWE isn't doing anything for me at the moment. But I guess you could say that the scene in Japan is keeping me watching, so to speak.
Yeah, I heard some stuff there. I don't have New Japan stuff. I heard it's actually pretty decent, but screw it.
I know you also review Lucha Underground.
Yeah. Oop. And I just screwed it up, but I don't care. I just won. But yeah, I did. I pretty much. I think season 4. There was some good stuff in season 4, even though it was a little there wasn't really, there wasn't like as much as big as it started off slow. But yeah, it gotten better throughout the entire series. And I actually watched Ultimate Lucha Quattro and all this stuff, and I was like, wow, this actually is really good. And the way they ended it, it was really my hope is that they do a. I want them. I want that to really, continue the series and such in a way to actually, that actually brings out like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to see that type of stuff. And the way they ended it, I was like, well, but then I heard that they don't want to continue it. They want to do a reboot, and I'm like, but then again, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And well, speaking of the wrestling scene, I'm not sure if you commented on this in the Dukect lounge, but have you heard of the Elite trying to start their own wrestling promotion?
No. I know they did do a really good job with All In, and I think they. If they have the money and the funds to do it, that's one thing.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I've been watching some YouTube videos on that.
I don't, and again, it's that's going to be the hard sell, is getting people to join and to go into these big indies, and how to that stuff, and are they going to book themselves to be more like, say, like a Jeff Jarrett or something like that, to put themselves on the top? If not, I don't know. I mean, that to me is like when they're pretty much that. When you're doing something like that, that means you're done. To me, like, you're done wrestling.
Yeah.
And hey, if they're done wrestling, I'm like, hey, you know what? They had one hell of a run. The Elite, Cody Rhodes, all that stuff. If they're looking to say, you know what, we're pretty much done with wrestling, I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at, because they had one hell of a run, a lot better run than most of, quite honestly. I think that will be something a lot more positive. I think that's something at the end of the day could be good and such.
Yeah. I've heard they filed trademarks for names such as All Elite Wrestling, and also like show names like Double or Nothing and Tuesday Night Dynamite.
Well, if they actually are going to do the copyright stuff, it looks like they actually are serious.
Yeah.
So if they really want to do this, they better do it. And like I say, if they're gonna do it, it's better to do it right.
Yeah. And I also hear that they have already have a business partner helping them out, based in Jacksonville, Florida.
This Titan is well protected.
And this guy happens to be the son of that guy who owns the NFL's Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here's hoping they'll be a lot more successful than the Jaguars. I do. That's what they want, because if it's not, well, they're not going to be there for a while. They're not going to be there. Oh, nope, not yet. Let's see. And here's a ledge takedown. There's a little string, dangly little thing. But yeah, I hope they're successful. But that the hard thing, it's gonna be the hard sell of this whole thing is like TV deals, and people are gonna be like, how are you going to
market your product?
All right. Oh, there's the pink thing there. I can't do that yet because because I can't do anything until Disruptor is gone. So got it. Okay. Is there a Zack Snyder cut of the There is probably a Zack Snyder cut, and they want the Snyder. People still talking about it, and it seems like a lot of people are engaged in that. I probably want to see it. I want to see how it is and see how good, bad, or I keep forgetting. I want to see how it is. That's my thing. I want to see how good, bad, or terrible it is, because again, it's probably unfinished. So yeah, I do want to see there will be a Snyder cut. So who knows? Do you if you saw it, would you want to see Fox?
See that?
Yeah, the Zack Snyder cut, because I think it'll be very interesting. Dragon Slayer said in the chat, you know.
Yeah, possibly, depending on how they execute it.
I'd looked some of the plans and seen what they were really planning to do with it. It would have been an interesting take of the whole superhero thing, but sadly, I don't think it's not going to happen. I think they're going to do more of a generic route, but I mean, they still could do some good stuff there.
Yeah.
I think they're still. I think it was really ambitious, but yeah, I think Zack Snyder was way over his head, and then all the tragedy that happened to him, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think he could have. But yeah, I think it went way too. And they didn't even have a plan either.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to have a direction for whatever you're making for like TV or movies or
yeah. And there we are. Yes. The man who cheats death, Solomon Grundy. Who was a Batman villain, I think was originally a Green Lantern villain, the old version of the Green Lantern. And he was he was really just a menace to the original Green Lantern, who was stationed at Gotham, by the way. I think it was according to Hush, actually. I think they actually established that the original Green Lantern was stationed at Gotham City. So I'm like, so he really screwed up his job. And that's it. And one more. And somehow this actually slows down the timer. Let's see. And there we are. Yeah, first try.
Nice.
All right. We can't go here yet. We need to have some other equipment to do these other stuff. That's the thing about Riddler stuff. You got to be really. There's some other Riddler stuff. You gotta have other other things there. But yeah, are you excited for any of those superhero movies, or are you just burnt out on them right now?
I'm more on the burnout side.
Me, I'm a little bit too, but I think Aquaman will probably be good, but I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Shazam. That looks to be really good.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling Captain Marvel at all. I want to, but I'm like, yeah, I'm like
stuff behind it.
And not only that, but there's nothing in that first. You look at Wonder Woman's trailer. Saw that battlefield scene? That got me into it.
Yeah.
And that was originally going to not make it to the final cut. I'm not kidding you. That was not originally going to make the final cut in the movie. But they put it in there, and I'm like, that was a defining scene of seeing Wonder Woman go over the trenches and seeing that not only in the trailer but in the movie. It really was a defining moment for a character and such. There wasn't that. The only thing I saw that was her with Captain Marvel was her punching Grandma, but I don't think that's the same response that most people wanted to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's. I want to like it, but maybe the second trailer will actually build some up. Because again, I'm just waiting for Infinity War, the follow up, and they still have no title. What is this title? There, I don't know what the title is at this point. Let's see. Okay. Oh, can't. Oh, maybe I can. Nope, missed it. Of course, you got everything. Nope. Let's see. Everyone for himself.
This is all wrong. Pull it together, or I'll get someone to pull you apart.
Da-dum. Oh. We can hear the terror in his eyes.
Yeah.
You know, just one step. Come on. Let's see if I can get him. DDT!
Yeah.
Reverse DDT, I believe, right? Or
The
Stinger
Scorpion death drop.
Exactly. And there's no one else to call you. You're the only last one. Let's see. Wait. Let's see. Come on. Turn around.
None of you are on my Christmas list this year.
That's a shame. I wonder what gifts the penguin would give. Who knows? Yeah, let's see a little bit of interrogation. Let's see.
How much do I need to hurt you? That was never in doubt.
There you go. Merry Christmas. If it would have failed, would have put Arkham Origins here, which I actually finally beaten, and I'm not 100% yet, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice Christmas theme. But I honestly think Arkham Origins is seriously, it is underrated, man. I love that game. I love it, and
Was the last jammer. I should be able to get into the museum now.
you know, it's like, you know, people say, "Oh, this stuff," but yeah, it has its flaws, but it's fixed mostly, and I think they did a really good job with the game. I think you know, a lot of people sleep on it, but I'll say this: I'll take Origins over Arkham Knight, because it's just Arkham Knight is not just playable in some areas; it's just boring. I mean, they tried so hard to feel like they want to make like Arkham Knight and Arkham City so big, so powerful, but at the end of the day, it didn't do that.
Yeah.
It just you know, they just, you know, heck, I would have loved to see if you actually could be like a little bit of Spider-Man and have Batman in the main, Batman with regular citizens. That would have been really interesting and cool.
Yeah.
But instead, they just like, okay, we need to have this subject, this thing to happen, just to have, you know, okay, have Scarecrow scare everybody, and then, and that's pretty much it. Scarecrow scares everyone away from Gotham, and you just do the same thing what you're doing in, you know, at least in Origins, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time, and it's a big snowstorm, and you're like, okay.
And you get the theme. You understand the theme right away.
And then you have, well, then you have just, I mean, Arkham, it just seems like they're trying so hard to build all this stuff up. It's a shame because I really do like the idea of Arkham Knight. I think there's some really good stuff in there.
But the execution.
Ugh. And then everything else about the game as well, which is terrible. I mean, the way they did it, Warner Brothers did a really hacky job. I mean, the Steam port, which I have, is still not really 100% yet.
Wow.
I don't think it's ever going to be 100%. And it's like, I mean, this is again the way games are now. This is what games are now. I think we're just repeating this whole thing, but you know, it needs to be stressed out. Is that this is how games shouldn't be this way. Shouldn't just be. I mean, that's why I stick with Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo has its flaws. I mean, you know, and such, and they do, and we all, you know, we chastise them. But at least that when their games, you know, their games work for the most part. They actually say, you know what, here it is. You plug it in, you're fine. You don't have to worry about having like 500 downloads to Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, Nintendo does make sure that their games are completed in development.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here like the basic things. the basic things that we just take for granted, and now they're gone, mostly gone, and it's the only things that are staying there for the most part is like the first party games. The first party games are at least somewhat functional.
Right.
That's what it is. Let's see if I get this. Let's go down here.
In game development, there should be a basic rule of, how much ambition, game devs want to put into their projects. I mean, there's totally nothing wrong with being ambitious in your vision for what you want your game to be, but at some point, game dev teams, they also need to be realistic about what they can put in their games.
Yeah.
And sometimes having too much ambition hurts the overall quality of the game.
Yeah. That's sadly but true. And then again, same thing in any medium. Most you see most mediums, you're just like they just they get way too close to the sun, and it's just like you see that in most games, in most movies, comics, video games. I can't repeat myself, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just like people just like, just need to, I think they should just like, okay, let's just, make sure we do the job right. Have a plan, make sure the plan goes well enough so you can actually, make sure that everything like, wow, you know what? It wasn't 100% perfect, but, I can get where these people are coming from, where they, where the, why they're doing this, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see what else to do here. Okay. And there it is, tickets. Well. And you know what? Back to the wrestling front is having the Elite there. I mean, I sit there and I'm like, I mean, I don't know what type of. I don't know if they're actually. My worst fear is that it's going to, people are gonna be like saying, well, are they going to have like WWE's gonna make sure these guys won't, sign these this big contract and such. Oh yes, this mission. And there it is, the Hush mission.
Oh yeah, like I said, the Elite, they have a business partner in that guy who's the son of that NFL team owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Saheed Khan is his name, I think, and he's a billionaire. So, they do have a guy with deep pockets. Now it's just a matter of not doing what TNA did, basically.
Oh, did you see his question? Oh, I saw your question, Dragon Slayer. It's all right. I saw it, so don't worry. Let's see where the trophy's there. We're just sitting back having a nice little conversation. That's all. Let's see how far we are. Blazing. The story isn't that long. It's just that everything else around it. It's like, oh my! Did someone throw a brick?
Did someone throw a brick?
Yes, I think someone just threw a brick at me. Nope. And see, that's why Batman doesn't show any mercy. Okay, right there. And there we are. Well, yeah, it does. Oh, there's the voicemail. It's just like they just gave Mark Hamill just time to send this in the booth and such. Yeah.
emails or meeting up for romantic dinners.
There it is.
One missed call.
Ring, ring.
Yeah, so with all these rumors and talk about All Elite Wrestling, I'm just gonna take a wait and see approach.
Well, that's the best place you can do, and such. Dukect from the world's greatest detective. Well, I like this. It just tells you right here. It tells him that pretty much this was, and he says the fake Joker guy. It's basically him, and well, spoiler warning, it was Clayface. It was Clayface that was mimicking the Joker and everything else, which was pretty ingenious way to do it. I like, but that was a pretty ingenious way to put the to make Joker seem more of a threat. Because again, it just seems to be like, make Batman work for him, do these things, have him be this agent of chaos, screwing everyone up, hurting everybody, and then by the time I get back 100%, I will be back to being my 100% self, and
Misdirection.
Exactly, one big brown of misdirection. By the time Batman sees it, it's way too late. That's actually pretty good, and it does fit the Joker and everything. Yes, I think this was actually in Batman's cave, I believe, the giant dinosaur.
Oh yeah,
I think it was. Okay.
Yep. Just your TV sets. It's not Jurassic Park.
Nope. If it was, I think they would actually have if it was actually real dinosaurs, they would have feathers and such.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I hate when that happens. And I don't need this anymore. And a sidekick to the face. Now let's talk to the GPC officer. Anytime stand up.
For now. Thank God. You may want to hold off on thanking him until after you've answered my question.
I swear to God, swear to me.
Sorry, man. I'm a cop. Gordon's innocent here. I'm from the 13th precinct, part of the strike team.
Why? I honestly don't know why he would do this to their own police officers.
You'll know the code.
Oh yeah.
And I think.
Oh man, what was it?
The code.
The code. Now.
It's Sarah. He said to tell you the code is Sarah.
You're safe, officer.
It's Jones, Batman. Elvis Jones.
I mean, I understand he wants to make sure Arkham City doesn't go out of control, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much a bad plan to begin with, because again, you know how, Strange and everything else. Yeah, Batman's right. This was dangerous. Why would you send cops there in a place that is like this dangerous? I mean, seriously, where every single crazy Batman super villain is here, and you want to send in the best strike team? I'm like, dude, I don't care how powerful or good your strike team is. I'm like, no, I'm not sending any of my police officers there and such.
The police didn't think that through.
Maybe that's just me. But there's Starface. I don't know you could do anything with him, but I don't think you could have a movie based with him. No. Just have him be just a nice little Easter egg for fans and such. Oh, and this one, I can't do anything here until I get the other stuff here. This game pretty much is like a Metroid. It is a Metroidvania for the most part. The backtracking and all this, everything, to okay, what am I gotta do here? You gotta do here. You gotta do this. Gotta do that. Yeah. Oh,
just in 3D form, Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this shows that you can do a 3D version of that and make it work. I just wonder if Nintendo is looking at this as Metroid Prime 4, which is, I don't know if they're going to go with the 3D platforming route for it. You know they could,
Yeah.
but I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna keep the first person adventure, which I think that was the driving force of it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
people were. I remember back in 2002, people were just really odd with it.
Yeah.
And I just was like, yeah, you know what? I think this could have been very interesting. I was in it though. I was really. See, I was in that type of stuff, and Nintendo did not know. It was, oh, come on! Oh, I gotta wait till the next upgrade so I could do the, to get the power thing to be just as far. That's, I know, but
Nintendo has tried that before with, I think, Metroidvania style games in 3D, like what's that one game? Star Fox Adventures. The one that, I mean, that's like many years ago, but
I still have the game. Actually, I have the game. It's frustrating, and there's like some parts you need to have, like you have to break your thumb doing it, but it is fun. And also, I think the question Dragon Slayer said here says, "Do you think the Zack Snyder cut? I think there was a Zack Snyder cut, or would it have been unwatchable like the test screening claimed it was of Justice League?" I don't know. I don't know what it is until I sit down and watch it. That's my thing right there. If I don't know what it, if I haven't watched the test screenings, I wasn't there, so I can't really say anything. Ooh, I broke through. Let's see if I can get through. Okay.
I like the Batarang, by the way.
Oh yes. See if I can actually make sure it goes. Don't. I was gonna see if I can hit. If I can just. I'm trying to get. I think that's actually a Riddler thing. I have to get it at such a distance. I'm just. And let's see. There it is. Riddler trophy, catch Batarang. I wonder how. I mean, the Riddler is so smart, but yet he can't really figure out who Batman is. That's to me hilarious. That he's so smart and so clever, cunning, and everything else, is that he can't figure out that who Batman or who Batman is.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't think that someone like Bruce Wayne can be that smart and such. Maybe that's what the ego with him is, that he can't believe someone like Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne, this rich pretty boy is smarter than him. He would probably respect Lex Luthor or someone like that, maybe even Superman. But Riddler right there. Was he framed or does it run in the family? That's comic for you. I never got all the comic part stuff, by the way. Oh, and now Batman's back to himself. And there he is. And there's one dead cop. Well, at least the t-shirt was right. Wife beater. Oops.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
And I like the fact that they actually added the iconic stuff from the Penguins, like the weapons he has, the umbrellas.
Right.
And I like the fact they gave him a Cockney accent too. I'm taking. Yeah, exactly. Kevin Conroy is pretty much a really good Batman. I really wish they could have just put like, just like screw it, just have like, the actor play like Bruce Wayne, whatever, and then when he's in the bat suit, have Kevin Conroy voice him.
Yeah.
Now this is this Penguin. Honestly, I would like to see someone like that in the movie and such. I know the Batman Returns Penguin has its fans, and heck, Danny DeVito played a really great job of it.
Yeah,
he did
was
great.
Convincing.
Yeah, but I think this gangster version of him, that I think should be in a movie somewhere, something like that. Because as a middleman, that sort of thing. Kind of like Kingpin from Daredevil, but defeatable, but yet not like someone to be. He's like a middleman, that gangster.
Yeah.
That type of stuff.
You're not giving orders here.
That's type of
I was hoping you'd say that.
and there it is.
Look around you.
Ooh, but yeah, you just had to build him up a bit. I mean, heck, if they were to do a reboot with Batman, I wouldn't be mad if they did Penguin as the main villain.
Yeah.
If they did it right. Oh, right there. Oh, yeah, that's not good. That's not a good look. And here we are. I think this probably was the main draw of this. Look at this, the huge amount of enemies you can fight. and you know what I remind me of? Call me crazy, but this reminds me of the whole Nintendo showing of like Mario 128. Like how every single of Marios and such running around.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then again, I think that was the same one that had like the Link fighting Ganondorf, I believe, with that sword. It's and people are still mad at Wind Waker for that. I'm like, I mean, I loved Wind Waker when it first came out. I loved it, even though the people were like, I hated it. But I mean, heck, that was a shame because I was gonna play Wind Waker if it was voted on. Which it looked like I'll probably do Wind Waker, next year after I finish with this game. Which hopefully I'll do that before I go to my vacation and such. But hopefully after I finish everything on my little list, I'm almost done with my Slammiversary thing. Which hopefully I'll finish that up. Probably on tonight or tomorrow night. You got the Titan Thugs, and I like the fact that this game pretty much improved the boss variety in this, because everything was a lot better than just having facing Titans every 5 seconds.
Yeah,
and have variations of Titans and fights, and it just and the thing is, Arkham Origins. They did boss fights so much better. I know they reuse assets, but hey, they didn't break something, but they fixed something. They actually fixed the boss fights. And not saying this game didn't have good boss fights either. This game had a really good boss fight too. And then Arkham Knight came around, and I don't know what happened, but it just like, I'm like. And I guess there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, keep going. And Batman does his Batman thing and knocks out someone 10 times, like 2 or 3 times the size, because Batman. Like the music just said, does he? Cause he's Batman.
Penguin.
Mr. Freeze, have you located the cure yet?
Not yet. The situation is worse than I thought. Penguin has a supply of the Titan formula.
He's got what?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Oracle.
Titan off Arkham Island. What's going on here? Your suit's bio readings are spiking.
Nice of you to join us, Oracle.
But yeah, game development, it can be challenging sometimes.
I'll be in touch.
Really challenging.
But yeah,
I mean, I would know that from just my experiences with my fan game project alone.
Gotcha. But yeah, it's I do, like I said, crap, I'm just messing things up right now. Okay, just do this here. But yeah, but it's interesting how we look at Alfred and the Oracle and everything, which, by the way, the whole Birds of Prey movie, which supposedly is coming out, I think it is. I hope that's good. But then I like the fact that they're actually doing an Alfred series / movie or whatever, which I thought was originally going to be a joke. It was a joke in Titans Go to movies, which I heard was actually pretty good. Now they're actually doing it, which I'm not against, but I'm like, I mean, Alfred is a really good character. I like him, and most of his I mean, I never hated Alfred. and such. I never did. I'm like, Alfred is actually pretty good at what he does, in most all the roles and everything.
Yeah.
I never like, oh my gosh, hated Alfred and everything else. But I'm like, I'm like a movie.
Yeah.
I'm not that. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, this is, it's a little too, a little too much to me. It's giving me reminders of the Aunt May planned movie from Sony way back, and when they still had Majority of Spider, which they might do because
Spider-Man.
yes, which Venom, which I did watch and I did enjoy Venom, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I enjoyed Venom for what it was. And if they actually are, I would love to see them actually do something with the character. I wouldn't mind them actually doing something with the character of Venom, with the MCU, which they're not. It's all complicated. It is so complicated. These things, man, they're so complicated, and that's why I just don't like some of this stuff. It's just so. It's complicated to a point that you're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and and I missed. Okay, and there we are. Riddler stuff. Jump through the hole and slide.
But yeah, I mean it when I say that game development can be really challenging sometimes.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that. Game development is, it's a lot different than having other mediums, because you have to make sure. You have to make sure your graphics, things like that, everything is in place, and then you have to make sure that stuff is playable. It is a very frustrating, but yet probably a very satisfying, probably very satisfying, endeavor. Which
in the end, it can be rewarding after you manage to finally finish everything.
Yeah. It is. It can be. I bet. There it is. Get this thing here. Lovely little bat, right there.
Yeah.
I don't know why he keeps doing that, but that's branding and all. Okay. Then again, I looked at some Batman comics via like the DC universe, and I saw he has Batman like markings on his sneaker, like his work boots. I'm like. Of course he does. Of course Batman has that stuff, because at this point, it's all about branding for him. He doesn't care anymore. He's like, I don't care anymore. He does what he wants. He's like, he's fine. He just doesn't care.
Yeah. So in game development, for me alone, as like the project head of my my team's game project, I've been able to take on numerous roles.
Cool.
Definitely of a wide variety, like 3D modeling. Mainly I like to write, so I wrote like the original script for our game, and I've just done a whole lot of stuff. I even at one point did some directing for the voice actors.
Oh, that's good. That's actually interesting. Hey, can't wait to see how that works out. Yeah. CryJohn Jenner said, he has 3 spin-offs planned from the animated Spider-Man movie. I'm like, well, wait till it's successful first.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Sony's getting a little big time since the Venom was a surprise hit. And it's a shame if Spider-Man Welcome to the Multiverse fails. I'm gonna be like, man, that's gonna be like, they're gonna have, that's gonna be really, really hurt, just a hit that Sony's gonna have another L. And they're gonna have to go crying back to Marvel, and they're gonna be like, okay, we need some. All right, we'll let you rent Spider-Man, and we'll at least get something on our villain. Nope, they're gonna start taking stuff then. And they're going to be like, well, we're going to take some of this. This Venom character. People seem to like him. We're going to use him in a soft reboot. And then next thing you know, You know, still have Tom Hardy and his other stuff, but yeah.
I just want to let you know that Cryogenic Gamer, he's a huge Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, I know. I could just sense that. You know. Ooh.
Whenever I get him started on Spider-Man and stuff like that, he'll just go on like a lot about Spider-Man.
Yep. And there it is. Well, at least he's gonna be, you know, hopefully his wounds will heal because, hey, you know, he wasn't nice. So.
Thank you. Are you from
Don't you have a back towel or back blanket, you know, something like that, Batman, to help him out? Well, why not? Or at least something to help warm him up a bit. Cause dude just been frozen, so I don't know what he had.
Dude out.
Yeah. Yeah, but Batman is, well, there he is. So he's like, I help. It's just, he did enough, but I didn't. But Batman, you just let him free. You didn't do anything much. That's what I do. And let's see, this works. There it is. Another riddle solved. Ooh, nice little shark.
Sorry, Batman. Did I forget to mention my little friend down there? Meet Tiny. Who'd have thought a big fish could be so useful?
Of course.
It's Jaws.
He's like a mobile garbage truck. Whatever I drop in that tank just vanishes. Poof. Problem gone.
Yeah, of course. Of course. He's like this. He is so gosh darn happy. He's so happy to be like that. Like, you know. Of course. He's like, I mean, heck, he's like, hey, I got the freeze gun. I got the, you know, he's on top of the world. So that's probably didn't want to, you know, kill Batman yet. Because he's like, yeah, I got this. Why do I need to kill, you know, to kill him and so on?
Yep, Cryogenic Gamer just said, he's not wrong. I'm obsessed with Spider-Man.
Hmm.
Please, someone.
Yes, I'm helping. I was doing my little cryogenics, all right? Let me help him. That's what Batman was doing. It wasn't because I accidentally pressed A or anything.
Stay here for now.
No problem, sir.
Yeah, he'll warm up.
More of us.
If they're still alive, I'll find them.
Okay, so we will go here. And there we are. Da, da, da. Dun, dun, dun. Well, let's see what else to talk about. Oh, let's see. How's the weather up there where you're at, man? Because it's really, you know, it's been cold, hot, and, you know, around here, you know, around my way, it's been mostly cold. Like, fall doesn't exist anymore. And now, you know, even though it's December, it's not really, you know, it's not, you know, the official, it's not the official day of winter, but yeah, it's been a lot colder, you know, around my way. So
yeah, last few days it's been on the upswing a little bit. Not as cold as it was compared to last week.
Oh, that was a bit wasteful. And take you down. And there you go. Ooh, right there. That, you know, that's, you know, even though I, you know, the graphics a little bit glitchy a bit, it worked for the most part. Okay. Joker's
yeah,
pets.
one thing I always hope for at winter time is that where I'm at, I get mild weather for the most part. Keep hoping for that, but almost every year it seems like, you know, always seems like January or something like that, I'll be doing just fine, and then all of a sudden the snow will come in. All those little penguins.
Yeah. And now we see, look at this. The penguin doing this. That is, wow.
I just
Mr.
saw
Freeze.
that prize-winning cryogenic scientist.
Mm,
Oh, isn't
yeah.
that funny?
Oh, and there it is. Just the sickle. Hammer, sickle. Get it?
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Oh, hey, there's a Riddler bar here because why not?
How convenient.
Oh, not. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh, please don't kill him. Oh, please don't. Oh. Screw it. Just... brute force it. And got him.
Tell me everything you know.
That wasn't frustrating at all. Hey, and I got that. So, that means gadgets, range amplifier. There we are. Boom. So we're good. Later. Tight. Of course, right there next to it. That's okay, 2 bats. And alright. Out of view, it's right there. And there it is. Alright, and skeleton. And let's
Also like this decoder device.
Oh yeah, it's simple and effective. Hey, there he is. He's not looking so well. Oh dear. Whew.
Microwave.
Joker's cure. Where is it?
Forget the clown. I want Cobblepot. He has my suit, my weapons. I'll end him.
Someone who has no emotions, he does rely on rage.
You need to stay focused on that
Yep.
cure, or innocent people will die.
You don't understand. I cannot complete my work without it.
Really? That suit is dang.
Everything depends on it.
And nice dramatic zoom.
Penguin is protecting himself with your ice gun. How do I get past it?
Do I look like a fool? Why would I tell you that?
Yeah. Mr. Freeze has always been an interesting character in the Batman lore.
Yeah, he was originally just Mr. Zero. Then Bruce Timm gave him a tragic backstory. And now they basically just they just,
Yeah. And it also kind of didn't help that Arnold Schwarzenegger played him once.
I think Arnold could have played a really good one, but they just made it so campy to the point that it just, I think he could. I mean, he did play very stoic figures before.
Yeah.
Terminator and have a bit of humanity to him. If they would have directed him like that, and there were scenes that he did have, like, wow, he was Mr. Freeze. Without him joking around, I'm like, this person did have that type of,
They just didn't give him the right kind of dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he could have really done a really good job with that. The character with the character, the way he because again, you're just like, wow, he just has this way, because again, like I said, he has this cold demeanor and like in previous movies and such, and I'm like, man, I think I didn't hate the way of the casting. It's just that it was just
content.
the content, the script writing, and I don't even blame Schumacher. I blamed that mostly on. I blame that mostly on the Warner Brothers just weren't farting out a movie that quick. And this. Oh dear.
Thin ice.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's the sound of an undercover cop having his fingers frozen to sub-zero temperatures. Now, I wonder what would happen if I take this hammer and...
Ooh.
Well, what do you know? His whole bloody hand explodes.
Well, hopefully they have a good, medical insurance over at the Gotham PD, right?
Yeah.
At least I hope so. Because, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not getting my arm, blown off or...
Yeah.
Alright, and there we are. One more Riddler trophy. And, looks like we're trapped. Not. Oh, look, more survival maps. Open. Stuff if people want me to do them, I will try to do at least a couple of these if I do have time. Because, again, I probably won't be able to finish the game this month because I'm going to be gone vacationing.
Yeah.
And I will probably be, around. I'm not going to be doing any shows or anything. Then MagFest is going to show up. So and heck, I might be doing like an extra, review or anything else. If I can't get all the stuff done.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be just...
Batman's on the way, and the last time I saw him, he didn't look very happy.
When's the last time Batman is happy?
Tell the boys there's an extra 100 grand in it for whoever brings him in alive.
That's not enough. If I had to deal with Batman, 100 grand won't be enough. 50 million on the other hand, I think most people even... most people, even most the average citizen would actually say, "Hey,
Well, look who it is. This'll teach you for trying to steal from me. You guys go. I'll be along soon."
wow." He's like, "Yep, there it is." Let's see.
Do not fail me. I will not forgive you. Understand?
Let's see. Move. Come on. We're walking.
Oh, you want to hide in the dark? Good luck.
See this.
Where did he go?
Let's see. Wayne Tech. How far do I have to get? Let's see. Is it? Nope. Let's see. Combat. Predator, no. Let's see. I don't have that. Try to hide from that.
Stay still. I'll be back.
You're running out of people. Let's see what runs out first.
Oh, someone caught me.
Penguin gave an order, so move. I'm up. We gotta find him now.
Yep.
Use some kind of smoke.
Let's see if I get this. Right there. Perfect. One by one. Make the exact. So.
That's it. We're screwed. What the hell are we gonna do now? Leave them. We've got more important things to be looking out for. Show yourself, chicken.
I've one man down. That's not good, is it? Still, I'm sure the rest of you will do your best not to disappoint me.
You heard the penguin. Move it.
Yeah, I would take out, but he's a Riddler guy, so
I found another one.
1 and 1. He's going to. This.
Wake up! How's he keep doing this? What's going on?
Got him.
Leave him. Got more important things to be looking at.
Repeating dialogue. Repeating dialogue is repeating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you mucking me about? Fight him!
Crap. He's gonna do it. Let's see if we can go this way.
Wake up! Damn it, he's out cold.
Whee! Love that. Ha!
Yeah,
An
nice.
activity challenge. Hooray! And here we are. There it is.
Tell me what I need to know, or get ready to hurt.
Please don't hurt me. I'll talk.
Of course you will.
Oh, he just dropped him.
What's happening to that? Have you lot stopped Batman yet? What about Freeze's suit? Answer me!
Oh yeah, they're not gonna answer you, Penguin. They are, how do you say, disposed. But hey, look at it this way. At least you can be free of these fake penguin statues. So that's always a plus. Okay, where's? Okay, I'm coming. Just I gotta watch these dang riddles. Let's see where. Let's see. There it is. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. That's supposed to catch. Oh yes. Let's see. Right there.
Hey, where are you, Batman?
Right here.
Yep.
Right there. Boom.
Saw you clear the room. Saw some work, man. My name's Tom. Tom Miller.
You're part of Gordon's strike team. I've seen your file.
You have? I mean, yes, sir.
Yeah, it's interesting how Batman now is just so integrated into Gotham. They just say, yeah, he's another like lieutenant or someone higher authority of the Batman, the GCPD.
Oh yeah.
You're safe now. There are just 2 more of you unaccounted for.
Have you tried the iceberg lounge? Cobblepot like to take us in there to beat us up some more. If we're lucky.
Yeah, there it is. Let me take this. All right.
That's the famous freeze suit.
Unfortunately.
Oh, what are you doing?
Yeah, taking this thing down.
When I leave here, wait 10 minutes. Then get this over to Freeze. He won't be dangerous.
No problem, Batman.
And I really wish they could have just turned on this skin. They have every like all the animated like stuff from the original series. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I agree.
And now here we are. We have the what is this again?
Mr. Freeze armor.
There's armor, but yeah, we don't use it. We instead get the freeze override, and then that is slowly turns into the regular override. Yep. Yeah. Funny thing is, during the end game, Two-Face takes over this part, and they just hide out in the Iceberg Lounge. So yeah, it's very, they just chill out in the Iceberg Lounge and not really care about they do that. And also there's other stuff, gameplay and missions and all that good stuff there too. So there's other stuff. Ooh, and the beat down. And there it is. Actually, if you die here, you get like, you should like, you need to use your bat shark pellet, which is your fist, to knock out the shark. So yeah, that little nod for the Batman original movie, which is not on DC Universe, by the way. That's a shame. Oh gosh, not even the original Batman. I don't know why no one. When I was a kid, people hated that movie. I'm like, why? I was that movie and that TV series. I loved that as a kid, and I saw like reruns. I still like seeing it once in a while. It's actually pretty fun. Oh dear. Wait. Ooh. This is not becoming of the owner of the Iceberg Lounge.
The Iceberg Lounge.
Which I honestly would not, I mean, that to me just showed that Penguin could be a respectable business owner, but he still does the criminal stuff. But, again. Boosh. See, he's not a physical threat though, so he's like,
yeah.
So yeah, you couldn't really expect a boss fight with him. So yeah, he's like, oh.
I'm sorry. Please, don't hurt me.
Oops! Boom! There he goes.
Me neither.
And ooh. And here comes the boss fight. Ooh. And
I tried to help you, Batman. I gave you the opportunity to end this walk.
Oh wow.
yeah, beat the big man.
Guess what? From up here, you look pretty small.
Ah, that button that does everything. Who doesn't love that? Easy button. That was easy. And there's Solomon Grundy, who is a lot bigger than his Injustice fighter stuff. Which, by the way, have you ever played Injustice? The fighting game?
No, I haven't.
I played the first one. It's fun. And, it took some of the stuff there from, Batman, the same look as some of the Asylum stuff. I still have some of the DLC on that pack too. So maybe eventually I'll play. Eventually I'll get the sequel when I get 360 or PS4. I heard it's good.
I found him down there when I bought this place.
A lot better than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which is a shame because I love Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
And let's see. All right, I'm going to take this guy down, and let's see. It's almost 11, so I might just end it after taking this guy down.
Yeah.
So hopefully it wasn't, just.
Yeah.
Quick fire lecture. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
No. Oh, come on, don't. Oh, yeah. That hurts.
It was just cool being able to chill out with you.
No problem, man. It's well, we're not done yet, so I just gotta. Yeah. Just taking being Batman.
Yeah.
I'll buy it. Again, Bruce Wayne's like, I can buy this thing again.
Yeah.
So yeah. 1, 2, 3 cards get hitting, and there it goes.
But yeah, I guess out of all my watching of YouTube content, you've always been one of the guys that I've came back to and watched.
Thank you. I always try to have interesting content. Always try to be a little bit fun, and even though in this wide world, this sea of insanity in YouTube.
Yeah. A lot of insanity out there.
Yeah, it's but I am humbled that I actually get someone actually follows and actually likes what I do, because again, it's really hard to find any type of staying power or people who get like connection to YouTube, because again, makes one viral. More often than not, you get a viral video, you get hit, and then people who do get a viral video, they don't have sustained. That's what at least I would like to do, is to use this not just to get a billionaire job of doing live streams or something like that. It would be nice, but I want to use this as a platform to get something else in the future. So
Yeah.
you never know. So yeah. But never rule things out. That's my other thing. And looks like Batman's gonna be ruled out a bit if a little bit of electricity. That's not gonna hurt them that much. That's why I got all that extra life there for it. Okay, and here we are. Final stage. Final. Oh, okay. Up, go up here.
And you know something concerning my Sonic fan game project? I should share with you some pictures that my team has done as far as like 3D models and stuff like that.
I will definitely share them on Twitter and other places after I get this. Oh, ow. There it is. Don't care. I got the. Should be too cocky. There it is. And Batman killed someone. Well, technically he's already dead, so that doesn't really count. So, it's not really. He'll come back again. So.
Yeah.
You can't really kill Grundy. You just mildly inconvenience him. And, you get different variations. So, yeah, he does not die.
Just you and me left. The bat versus the bird.
Okay. Okay, and this was going to be the most one-sided thing since most Braun Strowman squash matches. So, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. And there it is.
Where is Cobblepot?
And there he is. Gosh, that ice thing, that little eyeglass thing, that beer bottle. I wonder if they can actually remove that, or he just keeps it in. So I don't know. Then again, in the tapes for Doctor Strange, Hugo Strange, he actually says, "Yeah, I keep it in because I actually like that stuff." It says, "Yeah, it actually, and he got back to the person who actually did it." So, at the end of the day, he could get heck, this is the DC universe, so he could find a way to get some nanotech there and fix it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Perhaps I should elaborate. Creating an antidote to the disease that afflicts the clown was easy.
Of course, he would say that. Yeah, it's fine. I can cure a cure like that. Bing, bam, boom, done.
Some kind of reforming enzyme. Without it, it breaks down before it can help its host.
I've seen this before.
Finding a suitable enzyme is not the only problem. It needs to be adapted, bonded to human DNA. That will take decades. Time.
Yep, he's he figured out that Batman's dying, so because he's care about Joker, man. Shoot, if Joker's dying, Beast, that's it. But yeah, it's well.
Bring him to me. All I need is a.
I'm surprised Ra's al Ghul and Mr. Freeze haven't worked together on something yet, in the comics or anything else.
Then you and the clown are doomed.
Not exactly. I need someone to tell me where the body is. Then I can go wake him up.
Yeah. Now this to me is Batman's real villain, true villain. Why? Raz, I don't know which one version you say it as.
I think it's Raz.
I think it's Ra's. I don't know.
Batman, you've let your only hope escape.
No, Victor. If Ra's al Ghul is in Arkham City, I now have a trail right to him.
Well, you know what? I think this is a great time to call it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
It has been 2 hours, 33 minutes. That's a good time to do it. So, anyway, we're going to, before that, let's level up so I could yes, the heat signature conceal. Bam. So, that's me down for later on. Probably this Friday or next week sometime. I will try to stream next week, this week. But, hey. It will be interesting as we will continue on our adventures in Arkham City and hopefully solve this crazy mystery and such or whatever.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks, and thank you, Foxhover, for joining me and bringing your gaggle of interesting folks in there. Dragon Slayer, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for the follow. Jones Sugar, thank you so much on Twitch. And
thank you, Duke CT, for having me as a
no
guest.
no problem, man. That's it for me, Duke CT and Foxover. It's peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all, when we see y'all. And random guy running over there is random. But anyway, see y'all when I see y'all later.